Okay, SCVM, that's the first product we're going to talk about. It's an abbreviation for single controller in virtual memory or on virtual memory. What it is our Stone Fusion OS, which is the heart and soul of our IPSAN storage products. It is the iSCSI enabler as well as the features that we contain within our Stone Fusion OS product. What we've done is we've taken it and we've enabled it to run as in a guest OS to give you IPSAN features within a single physical and virtualized product. Today we support VMware. Zen is currently in beta test to make sure everything's okay. So we're covering the big two right now, and as demand for this product increases, I'm sure we'll be visiting other platforms, SUSE, Red Hat, and a number of other ones that are available. Now, the nice thing about SCVM is it can take directly held within a physical server storage, as well as fiber channel attached SAN storage, and provision it out so that any server connected to the IPSAN can see and use that storage. So before, if you had a single server, the storage was held internally. You could share it via NAS, which was not block level and didn't afford performance advantages that are required by block level access. Block level, the simple definition is it looks like a disk drive. When you're done connecting in an iSCSI storage volume, it looks like a drive on your system. So now we're able to, by virtue of SCVM, take everybody's storage that's held within the SAN or directly and break it up and feed it to other servers, as well as use it within that physical server that's virtualized. SCVM allows you to build purposed servers, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we progress through the presentation. SCVM is an integral part of our USS products as well as our QUSS all-in-one high availability solutions. And as we progress, we'll touch on those products and show how SCVM is used in those physical products that we offer. Okay, SCVM is, we run across a lot of environments where they're Dell shops, they're HP shops, they're IBM shops. SCVM is platform agnostic. In this particular case, I'm going to start out with the Dell P710, and I'm going to use directly attached MD3200. That's attached via SAS and an internal RAID controller inside the P710. Again, what we're going to demonstrate is you can take a limited configuration, even though it's virtualized, and turn it into a purposed server or a storage server. Okay. First thing you do is, if you were running a standard Dell server running Windows 2008, you're going to install a virtual services, and you can do that for free. VMware offers their ESX version for free, and you're able to install that, and now you can have multiple guest OSs running within a single server product. You virtualized it, and one of those guest OSs, we're going to install SCVM into it. So we've done our upgrade. We add in the SCVM software as one of the guest OSs. And now all of the storage that's directly connected to this Dell is going to be available to external servers that are connected to it via an IPSAN. Now, I say IPSAN, and I want to be clear. The reason I mention this is iSCSI storage or IPSAN storage should sit in its own network. or storage area network. Best practice says you do not want to share it with the same switches that are part of the general population or your local LAN. And the reason for that is you want to isolate and maintain the performance advantages that an IP SAN has without getting it mixed in the fray with direct access and so forth from clients. So in this drawing, any storage you can appropriate. It's not automatic. You do have to assign pool space, but in this case, these servers now, by virtue of the SCVM, have access to storage under control that's directly attached to the MD3200 and the Dell 710. So the 710 is still operating as a Windows server or multiple Windows servers or a mix of Linux and so forth. And at the same time, SCVM is now enabling storage to the additional servers that I've drawn in on this diagram.
Dick, I have a question that came up.
Yeah.
That IP SAN switch, is that something special?
No, actually it's not. The big play in iSCSI, of course, and I would say overplay, is you can use industry standard commoditized switches, and you can. All right. This particular, what we like to recommend it is using a 1 gig or 10 gig layer 2 switch, managed layer 2 switch, to take advantage of certain features that will enhance performance. So in this particular case, I'm going to say it's a 1 gig solution. You're using a standard layer 2 managed 1 gig switch. They're much less expensive than fiber channel switches. Here I've added in a fiber channel SAN into the product. The Dell P710 has got a fiber channel HBA. It could have been provisioned in the very beginning with having multiple servers connected to a fiber channel SAN. Now what happens is I've got this connected into the P710. VMware, and I'll speak specifically, although as I mentioned we have other operators, virtual OSs coming along. Pardon my stumbling here. VMware now can take this storage and appropriate and make it available to the SCVM. So now what happens is this storage pool before you had SCVM was only visible to the P710. Now using the SCVM along with VMware's apportionment of all of the storage, part of the storage, a single one, your choice, right, very flexible, can now be used by these servers. And we'll show a demonstration of how data moves. It's very simple and clear once you see the data moving around. So, but the point is, we're able to take a pre-existing investment on your part and provision it to other servers as through the IP SAN. And you're saying, well, why wouldn't you just connect these servers into these 2 new servers into the fiber channel SAN? Well, basically, you'd have to buy, you'd increase your cost. Assuming you have a fiber channel switch that has enough ports left to support it, you still would need to buy fiber channel HBAs for each of these 2 servers that are being added in to tie into this fiber channel switch. They're more expensive than just adding in SCVM and routing your data through the IP SAN traffic. The other thing is fiber channel generally costs more than iSCSI, so if you're going to take a new technology to build with, rather than continuing to invest in an older architecture, most likely with a 4 gig and a 2 gig limit, you would choose to start moving your infrastructure over to iSCSI. So today you can take advantage of 1 GBE and its port trunking capabilities and migrate someday up to 10 gig.